In this video, I'm going to be sharing vanilla fragrances that are perfect for the fall. So if you want to find out what these fragrances are, please don't go anywhere. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Yes, I have 10 fragrances here, 10 vanilla fragrances here that are perfect for the fall. And yes, some of these fragrances are new fragrances and some of them are pretty popular fragrances, and I guess you might be discovering one or two brands from my list in this video. So if you're a lover of vanilla fragrances, this is the perfect video for you, because you're going to find out some vanilla fragrances that you can wear this fall. And I believe I have 9 vanilla fragrances here from niche houses, and I have 1 vanilla fragrance from an indie house. But before we jump into the video, guys, if this is your first time landing on my channel and you like fragrances and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. Starting off at number 10, we go to the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and this one is a very popular fragrance. It's none other than Soir. Soir by MFK is a vanilla fragrance in my opinion. Yes, it does have those ambery touches, but yeah, there's a lot of vanilla here to make this one a vanilla fragrance. And yes, this one is perfect for the fall. This is a great fragrance, one of my favorite from the brand. And yeah, we have that ambery touch from the labdanum, from the benzoin. Yes, Soir here lasts a long time. This is a perfect unisex fragrance, even though I've seen some people that think this one is more feminine leaning. I see this one to be a unisex fragrance. Soir works in the fall, it works in the cooler weather. It's one I like to wear and one that gets me lots of compliments. So Soir here needs no introduction. This is a popular fragrance, and this is one a lot of people like from the house MFK, and there's not really much to say about this one. Yes guys, that's Soir by MFK at number 10. We move on to the next one. So the next fragrance we're going to be sharing is from the house of Xerjoff, and yes, this one is one I've had for a long time, and it's none other than Lira. Yes, Lira by Xerjoff is another vanilla fragrance that's great for the fall. This one has more of a citrusy opening, but yeah, there's still that vanilla there, and I believe there's some caramel here. The only thing I don't like about this fragrance is it doesn't last long. It's not a big performer, but some people like the fragrances like this where things are kind of moderate and not screaming when you wear them. But yeah, it's still a great fragrance in my opinion, a great vanilla fragrance for the fall, one that has that sweetness from the caramel and a bunch of other notes. And this fragrance gives off that gourmandy vibe, where it's almost like you want to eat the fragrance or you want to drink the fragrance. Yes, I particularly like the citruses added here. It just makes it not too sweet in my opinion, and it makes it quite easy to wear. Lira here is quite unisex to me, even though a lot of people think this one leans feminine. I think it's a unisex fragrance. I've worn it a lot and I enjoy wearing it, and this one gets me compliments. The only thing, again, like I said guys, it's this one doesn't last very long on me. Let me know what your experience is with Lira here in terms of the performance. Yes guys, that's Lira by Xerjoff, another great vanilla fragrance for the fall. We move on to the next one. So the next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from an indie fragrance house, and this one is called number 24. And this is 24 from the house of Jeweler Secrets. I don't think I've mentioned any of the fragrances here on my channel, and I believe I have about 4 or 5 of them, even maybe more. But yeah, this is an indie perfume house from Nigeria, and this fragrance is called 24, and the notes here are mainly vanilla, sandalwood, and some blonde woods. Yes, this is a vanilla fragrance that I think is perfect for the fall. It's a sweet vanilla fragrance, and if you like your vanilla fragrances a little bit more on the sweet side, then you should check this one out. I think this one is unisex, even though it also leans to the feminine side. I personally don't like the extra sweet fragrances, but yeah, this one is still a great fragrance for the fall. And yes, this one lasts a really long time and it will get you compliments, guys. And the wearing experience of this one is more of a sweet vanilla fragrance in my opinion. Yes, there's that creaminess from the sandalwood for sure, and the woods playing in the background. But yeah guys, that's number 24 from Jeweler Secrets, another great vanilla fragrance for the fall. Yeah, we move on to the next one. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is a popular fragrance, and from a popular fragrance house, Parfums de Marly, and this one is called Herod, guys. Yes, Herod by Parfums de Marly is another vanilla fragrance that's great for the fall. And some of the notes with this one, there's vanilla here, there's cinnamon listed, there's pepper, there's some tobacco leaf, I believe there's incense listed as part of the notes with this one, and a bunch of other notes, guys. But yeah, this is a great vanilla fragrance, perfectly unisex and great for the fall season. this one will get you compliments. Easily one of the sexiest fragrances I personally have encountered. And a lot of people call this one a more of a tobacco fragrance. Personally, I don't get a lot of the tobacco in here. I get mostly a creamy vanilla fragrance with some warmth from the spices. That's the cinnamon and the pepper up top. The longevity and performance in general of this fragrance is not the greatest on me. I don't get beast mode performance with this one, but it's exactly where it should be for this type of scent in my opinion. I've heard a few people say this one has been reformulated and it doesn't last as it used to. I've had my bottle here for a long time and I think it's still a decent performer, and I haven't smelled some of the newer ones, so I wouldn't be able to tell you how this one performs compared to the newer ones. Yes guys, that's Herod by Parfums de Marly. Great vanilla fragrance for the fall, and we move on to the next one. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from the house of Nichane, and yes, this is a very popular fragrance. This one needs almost no introduction, and it's none other than Annie. Yes, Annie by Nichane is one of my favorite fragrances, one of my favorite vanilla fragrances, I should say, yes, of all time. And yeah, this one was a love at first sniff. I remember the first time I smelled this fragrance back in 2019, I believe. Yes, this was a blind buy for me, and it was one of my most successful blind buys ever. Yeah, I smelled this fragrance for the first time in 2019, and I've been in love ever since then. What we have here is a vanilla that's kind of spicy with ginger and I believe some other notes. There's cardamom in here, but then there's more going on in here. There's green notes in here. There's some woody aspects to it with the cedar. There's ambergris listed as part of the note. There's musk listed as part of the notes as well. There's rose, there's blackcurrant, and I believe a lot of other notes that come together to make this one a great vanilla fragrance. Yes, Annie by Nichane is one of my favorite vanilla fragrances to wear in the fall. This one just gets the job done. It has the perfect longevity. It has the perfect performance in my opinion. Some people find Annie here to be too sweet, but for me it's the perfect kind of sweet vanilla fragrance. The spices plus the green notes, and I believe there's patchouli in here, just come together to make this one a great fragrance in my opinion, and not too sweet for me, because personally I'm not a huge fan of the sweet extra sweet fragrances. Annie here is a great vanilla fragrance with some zingy, spicy, slightly woody vibe here, and it's a great fragrance for the fall. One of my favorite vanilla fragrances. I mean, like I said, this one needs almost no introduction. It's a very popular fragrance and one a lot of people like. So yeah, yes guys, that's Annie by Nichane, a great vanilla fragrance to wear this fall. We move on to the next one. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is from the house of Roja Parfums. This is another vanilla fragrance that's great for the fall. It's none other than Manhattan EDP. So what we have here is a warm, kind of spicy vanilla fragrance with some floral aspects, with some woody aspects, with some tobacco here. I believe there's coconut listed as part of the notes with this one as well. And yeah, this is one of those fragrances that has a lot of layers to it. I can smell that floral vibe here with the sweetness from the vanilla. And yeah, there's that little bit of a tobacco vibe that I also pick up in here. Yes, this fragrance reminds me of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. They're kind of in the same ballpark, yeah. But this one I find to be a lot sweeter than Tobacco Vanille, which I find to be a lot more spicy and warm with more of the tobacco vibe in there. But yeah, this is another vanilla fragrance for the fall. Great compliment getter for me. A lot of people like this one. Some people like to wear this fragrance in the summer. They think it works in the heat, but I think this is more suited to the cooler weather like the fall. Yes, it's perfectly unisex. If you like sweet fragrances, if you like a vanilla fragrance with some twist, yes, this is the perfect one. I personally like the depth in this fragrance. There's that coconutty vibe. There's a little bit of a tobacco vibe here. There's the floral aspects. There's the bunch of florals here. And this one gets a little powdery on my skin. So yeah, guys, there's a lot of depth in here. And this is a great one for the fall. If you're looking for a new vanilla fragrance to wear this fall, this is a great choice. Yes, guys, that's Manhattan by Roja Parfums. We move on to the next one. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is one I've talked about a lot lately, and it's from the house of Emirates Bride's Perfume, and this one is called Masters. Yes, this is Masters by Emirates Bride's Perfume. This is a new fragrance, actually. It was launched this year. And yeah, this is another great vanilla fragrance. This one has cacao listed as part of the notes. Yes, there's a beautiful cacao vibe that I really enjoy in this fragrance. And some of the other notes with this one, I believe there's cacao, there's heliotrope, there's of course vanilla, and there's that amber accord that really works well in here. Yes, guys, this one I find to be on the sweet side. So if you like a sweet kind of oriental vanilla fragrance, this is the perfect one. Yes, Masters here is great for the fall season, one that gets me lots of compliments. Again, this is another fragrance that kind of leans a little to the feminine side, and some people might not be able to wear this one. I personally can wear this fragrance, and yes, it's gotten me lots of compliments. And this one has a huge sillage that you would get noticed when you wear this one. Masters here lasts a long time. It also has that cacao vibe and then that beautiful heliotrope that makes this one go kind of powdery on my skin. And personally, I'm not the biggest fan of powdery fragrances, but when it's not too much, I do enjoy it and I find it to be quite sexy. Yes, that's Masters by Emirates Sprite Perfumes, another great vanilla fragrance to wear this fall. And if you're looking to pick up fragrances, there's a link in the description where you can pick up designer fragrances, indie fragrances, niche fragrances, tester bottles, clone fragrances here in Canada and in the States. And you're welcome to use my promo code PFC5 to get 5% discount when you check out. The next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is a popular fragrance from the house, and it's one of my favorites from the entire fragrance collection. And this was one I discovered due to the hype on TikTok. Yes, guys, it's none other than Giardini di Toscana's Bianco Latte. Yes, this one is a sweet, 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 sweet vanilla fragrance. And yeah, if you don't like sweet fragrances, please stay away from this one. But yeah, this is a sweet fragrance that does the job. This is a sweet, almost too sweet fragrance in my opinion. And some of the notes we have here, we have caramel, we have vanilla, we have honey listed as part of the notes. You know, just think about those three notes coming together in a fragrance. If you like a sweet fragrance, if you like a sweet vanilla fragrance, then you should check this one out. Personally, I find this fragrance to be feminine leaning, even though I think it still can be a unisex fragrance. But yeah, this is a great fragrance to wear in the fall season. It's a great vanilla fragrance to wear in the fall. This one will get you compliments and this one will get you noticed. Again, guys, this is a great vanilla fragrance to wear in the fall. I personally would appreciate this fragrance more on a lady as opposed to a guy. So yeah, but in general, it's a great vanilla fragrance for the fall. If you like sweet fragrances, if you like gourmand fragrances to wear in the cold season like the fall, yeah, you can check this one out. So yes, guys, that's Bianco Latte by the house Giardini di Toscana. We'll move on to the next one. So the next fragrance I'm going to be sharing is another absolute favorite of mine when it comes to vanilla fragrances. And this one is from the house of Josette Perfumes, and it's none other than scents.Vainlla. Yes, scents.Vainlla from the house Josette Perfumes. What we have here is basically vanilla at the top, vanilla in the heart, and vanilla in the base of this fragrance. So you have to really enjoy vanilla fragrances for you to enjoy or to appreciate this one. I do have a full review of this fragrance on the channel if you want to check it out. And then I believe that review was done a few years ago. This one has been around for a while, and I have it on my list because I really enjoy this fragrance. Yeah, this is a sweet fragrance. The smell of this fragrance reminds me of vanilla cupcakes. Sandalwood is listed as part of the notes, which gives that creamy vibe. And I'm almost picking up a sugary vibe as well, even though it's not listed. Something like a sugary, something like a milky vibe as well, even though they're not both listed on the notes. But yeah, and when you smell this fragrance, you just picture a creamy vanilla cupcake. And that's what comes to mind when I smell this fragrance. It's really sexy, guys. Even though I think this is another vanilla fragrance that's quite unisex and leaning to the feminine side. One that's not too big on the projection, but great in terms of longevity and the sillage with this one. When I wear this fragrance, it doesn't project off me, but I've had people tell me they like what I'm wearing, even though sometimes I don't smell it on myself. Yes, it does have a big scent bubble. It does have a beautiful scent trail. This one will get you compliments. Ladies like this one on me. Another great vanilla fragrance for the fall, and one you should check out, and one that has a realistic smell to it. Yes, that's this one. Guys, that's scents.Vainlla from the house Josette Perfumes, a great vanilla fragrance for the fall. And we move on to the next one. So the last but not the least fragrance on my list here is quite a new fragrance, and one I haven't had for a really long time. But yeah, it's a vanilla fragrance that's perfect for the fall, and it's none other than Afternoon Delight from the house Maison Margiela. Yes, so this is a new fragrance, and I've had this one for a couple weeks now. I've still been testing this one out here and there, but yeah, it's a great vanilla fragrance for the fall. You have to enjoy sweet vanilla fragrances for you to enjoy or appreciate this one. There's a creaminess to this fragrance from the sandalwood, and some of the notes with this one, of course, there's vanilla here, there's whipped cream as part of the notes, madeleine listed as part of the notes, there's musk in here, and of course there's sandalwood listed as well. Yes, this one has that creamy, almost like a pastry kind of vibe with that vanilla, guys. It's sexy in my opinion, and since I've been testing this one, I've gotten a few positive feedback with this fragrance, and I decided to put this one on the list because it's a great vanilla fragrance for the fall. An amazing gourmand fragrance in my opinion. One that's kind of sweet and creamy, but at the same time not too polarizing in terms of the sweetness. Yes, you do get that pastry kind of like a baked good kind of vibe with this one. The one thing though, this one I find to wear quite light on my skin. The projection here is not the biggest, but then you still get that decent sillage with this one. And this one has quite a decent longevity on my skin. I'd say about 6 hours, and then you have to kind of dig in to find the fragrance. But in general, it's a decent vanilla fragrance. One of the better releases from the house that I've enjoyed lately, and one of the better performing ones from some of the ones that they have been releasing lately. And one of my favorite from the house is Jazz Club, and another one I really enjoy is Across Sands from the house Maison Margiela. Yes, Afternoon Delight here is a great vanilla fragrance to wear this fall. One I think you should check out if you like a whipped kind of creamy vanilla fragrance that have that baked good kind of vibe. Then you would probably enjoy this one. So yes guys, that's Afternoon Delight by Maison Margiela. Another vanilla fragrance that's great for the fall. So guys, those were 10 vanilla fragrances great for the fall season. Let me know what you think about my list. Let me know what you think about this video. And in the comments, let me know what your favorite vanilla fragrances are to wear this fall season. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments. So guys, thank you for watching this video. And thank you for sticking around till the end. Please, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing to the channel and feel free to like and share my videos. I'm going to wrap things up guys, and I'm going to keep it moving, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please stay safe and bye-bye.